So we have those grave injuries and the knife that caused them.
Tulina ebiwundu ebyali ebibe ennyo n'akambe akaakozesebwa.
The above evidence would be sufficient to prove malice aforethought because there would be no other inference that a person pounces on defenseless innocent babies and goes ahead to cut their necks as if slaughtering a goat or a chicken in that accurate and precise manner other than that of malice aforethought.
Nti era ku bujulizi obwo bulina okuba nga bumala kubanga omuntu tasobola kugenda n'akwata obwana obuto nga tebusobola n'abusala obulago ng'asala embuzi oba enkoko.
However, the defense heavily contested this ingredient and insisted that the accused person was not in a right state of mind to form an intention to commit the offense of murder.
Nti oludda olwawabirwa baloya be bagamba nti ebyo si bituufu kubanga nti omwawabirwa omutwe gwe gwali tegukola bulungi n'olwekyo yali tasobola kutemula.
The accused person in his unsworn statement stated that he did not act intentionally or deliberately, and although there were claims that he was completely mentally okay, there may have been other mental challenges that may have gone undetected, which could have contributed to the death of the children. He insisted he was not mentally okay.
Nti bwe yali ayewozaako teyalayira naye n'agamba nti ye kino teyakikola mu bugenderere n'agamba wadde nti bagamba nti omutwe gwe gwali gukola bulungi naye bayinza okubawo ebintu ebirala bye bataategeera ebiyinza okuba nga byamuviirako okukola ebyo bye yakola n'akkakkatizza ensonga egamba nti ye omutwe gwe tegukola bulungi. Omutwe gwe gwali tegukola bulungi.
The accused also denied being foul-minded in the killing of the children, and in respect to this, he made reference to the book. I already talked about that, but this is for emphasis. That the flash disk which showed that he had done a search and saved a book on the art of war. He stated that he did it long ago and it had nothing to do with the death of the children.
Nti era agamba nti ekino ekintu kyonna teyakiteekateeka ekyokutta abaana n'agamba nti ekyokuteeka akatabo k'entalo n'okunoonyereza byonna bye yanoonyereza agamba nti akatabo yakanoonyerezako ebiseera by'emabega nnyo tebiyinza okuba nga byo byamuviirako okutta abaana abo.
He also denied being deliberate and with forethought while making reference to the evidence of the Google searches that he made using his phone, specifically the search for ISIS beheading and for schools that teach young children. And he said that whereas these searches may suggest that he did it deliberately, there were other factors forcing him to make those searches, which factors he chose not to disclose to the court.
Nti era yagamba nti ye teyabikola mu bugenderere era n'agamba nti bino bye yanoonyerezaako ku mukutu ng'ebya ISIS okuggyako emitwe amasomero agasomesa abaana abato nti naye waliwo ebintu ebirala ebyamuleetera okunoonyereza ku bintu ebyo.
You have also interpreted the factors. Those factors he did not disclose them to the court.
Nti ebintu ebirala ebyamuleetera okunoonyereza ku bintu ebyo teyabibuulira kooti.
The accused person further stated that he was under the control of some people whom he occasionally referred to as friends and were in three categories.
Nti yagamba nti yali akola olw'ensonga y'abantu be yali ayita mikwano gye ate nga baali bangeri busatu.
He also alluded to the fact that between January 2026 and March 2026, he entered into a distressing period because he was contending with some people who were surveilling him, making demands from him, and they threatened to kill him.
Nti yagamba nti wakati w'omwezi gwa January n'ogwokusatu 2026 yali mwenyamuvu nnyo olw'abantu be yali abaali bamusumbuwa era nga agamba abaali bamutambulirako era kye kyamuviirako okukola ebintu bino.
According to him, they began demanding for money, and he noticed that they had all the capabilities and they were following him closely. And as a result, he left the neighborhood of Bunga, where he was staying, and resorted to sleeping on the streets.
Nti baali bamusaba ssente era nga yalaba nga baali balina obusobozi nga bamugoberera nnyo, kye kyamuleetera kuva Bunga gye yali abeera n'agenda n'atandika kubeera ku luguudo.
The accused person stated that as a result of this, he tried to end it some way and somehow, so as to bring the whole thing to an end. And according to him, he tried to flee the country, tried to rob a bank, and tried to kill his brother's family. He then said that those people whom he at times referred to as his friends during his testimony had something to do with his actions of 2nd April 2026.
Nti yatuuka ekiseera n'ayagala kikomenkereza n'asalawo ave mu ggwanga n'agezaako okubba banka n'agezaako okutta famire ya muganda we n'agamba nti abantu abo be baali balina kye balina ku kyatuukawo nga 2 Ogwokuna 2026.
He invited the court not to honor the charges of murder because there were some circumstances that forced him to act the way he did on 2nd of April.
N'asaba kooti ereme okumusingisa omusango gw'obutemu ng'agamba waliwo ensonga ezaamuleetera okukola bye yakola nga 2 Ogwokuna 2026.
Unfortunately, he neither stated the circumstances he claimed forced him to act that way, nor did he disclose the identities of his friends who may have compelled his actions on 2nd April 2026.
Nti ebyembi teyayogera biki ebyamuleetera okukola ebintu ebyo bye yakola nga 2 Ogwokuna 2026.
No, he did not state the circumstances, and he also did not disclose the identities of those friends of his.
Nti ebintu ebyo ebyamuleetera okukola bye yakola ate n'amanya oba okwogera baani abamuleetera okukola ebyo bye yakola 2 Ogwokuna 2026 teyabyogera eri kooti.
And because he made an unsworn statement in his defense, he could not be probed to give more information.
Olw'ensonga nti teyalayira ng'awa obujulizi baali tebasobola kumubuuza ebibuuzo bingi ku kino.
By the above claim, the accused raised a defense of insanity.
Olw'ekyo yagamba nti ye omutwe gwe gwali tegukola bulungi mu kaseera ako.
The defense of insanity is provided for under Section 11 of the Penal Code Act, Chapter 128.
Nti ekyokugamba nti omuntu omutwe guba tegukola bulungi, ekitabo ky'ebibonerezo kikyogerako mu kawaii